Monday, June the 2nd, we will call this regular city council meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone. If everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll call that.
Jessica? Here. John? Kathy? Here. Harley?
Here.
Brad?
Here.
Rodney?
Here.
Entertain a motion to approve today's agenda. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Harley, second from Jessica. Any discussion? Roll please, Dave.
Jessica? Yes. Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Across the mayor's desk, motion carried, by the way. Across the mayor's desk, I'd just like to welcome and thank Flynn McCann, our videographer again. So, and that's all that I have. If the council has anything they would like to share, that would be fine. Okay, Jacob?
Yeah, just a project update on the Nebraska Thornton Street project. Just a quick reminder that we have our on our city website. You just go to algonahiowa.gov, you can find updates and sign up for updates. So just go to construction updates, and it has the various projects we have going on. And scroll down to Nebraska Street, has some information about the project, some of the plans, as well as a link to the project website hosted by Bolton & Mink that provides a project overview and then construction updates that you can sign up for, either text message or email alerts, or just want to periodically check the website, you can do so. So the work officially got started on the street today, so they've been doing saw cutting in preparation with tomorrow's forecast. They're planning on a rain out. But on Wednesday and Thursday, they plan to start removals on Thornton Street from McGregor up to State Street. And then Friday afternoon, begin on the parking lot with removals. We're planning on a partial shutdown of that parking lot. And then Monday, the parking lot, the entire parking lot will be shut down as construction begins on that entire area. So half of it will be open Friday, and then Monday the whole parking lot will be closed. So we're reminding folks that they can park on the other city lots, and probably the most convenient and available will be just east on the city parking lot at Nebraska and Moore Street, as well as the angled parking on Nebraska Street in front of the Carnegie Library and the Methodist Church. Also this Wednesday and Thursday, they'll be doing cutting up a few spots of concrete in the alley. The gutters that are on the back of those buildings, we're piping those directly into the ground to mitigate ice issues we have in the alleys. So those will just get temporarily rocked back. But the intent is that the alley will more or less remain open throughout construction, with just a very limited and coordinated shutdowns there. We basically just have to pour new concrete when those pipes get underground this week. So the alley will remain open. When Thornton Street is closed, the plan is that we'll have a rocked area kind of enhanced there, so vehicles can go through, continue west, and then turn north-south on Hall Street. And then I know Bolton Bank, the city, and the contractor have been in contact with the businesses there, trying to make sure we're accommodating and handling deliveries and things like that the best that we can. So we are still continuing to ask businesses if there's any kind of unique circumstances or situation, just to reach out to either Pastor Construction, the city, or Bolton & Bank. And we'll do our best to accommodate that and make it work. There obviously will be there's no way to do construction without any headaches, but we're hoping that the project will move along, and we'll be open here late this summer, early fall, and able to be enjoyed. So again, so if you want project updates, just go to our city website, and that'll take you to links to find out more.
Good. Thank you. Move to agenda item number 7 is the citizens' opportunity to address the council with any item that's not on the agenda. I don't see anyone here in the council that would like to speak, so we'll move to agenda item number 8, our consent agenda. And that includes approving the minutes from our May 19th council meeting, approve the bills to be paid this cycle, approve a Class C retail alcohol license for Columbia Hall Association, and approve a cigarette permit for Cemex Algona.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Kathy. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica?
Yes.
John? Or Kathy?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. We'll move to new business agenda item number 9. This is the first reading of an ordinance amending city code regarding the usage of fireworks within city limits.
This is in response to recent legislative change at the state level. So our current city code prohibits the use of consumer fireworks within city limits without a fireworks display permit. With the legislative changes that they have here, there are now specific days where states or cities and counties cannot regulate the use of fireworks. So our ordinance amendment just makes, rather than specifying those days currently in law, we just make reference that the use of them is prohibited except where otherwise allowed under state law. So if they change those dates again in the future, we don't have to go in and amend our ordinance. So under the new legislation, which goes into effect July 1, fireworks are to be permitted for use in cities and counties on July 3rd from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., July 4th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., and then December 31st from 9 a.m. to midnight. So this ordinance amendment will bring our code up into alignment with the state
And that's
law.
with the permit or without?
Without a permit. So you still have to follow state law in terms of you have to be on your property, and the ages and things like that, but the state has basically said those 3 dates, the cities can no longer
You can do it.
regulate the use beyond what the state is regulating.
Well, this is one of those issues that I didn't think it was such a big deal when we had to deal with it. I really think the state legislature has better things to do with their time. I was kind of disappointed to see this come from them.
Well, especially when we are a home rule state, the
Yes.
cities are supposed to be allowed to be able to make those decisions on their own.
Exactly, home rule, why would you override home rule on something like this? I mean, that's silly.
Motion to waive the first reading.
Second.
Motion from Ronnie, second from Brad to waive the first reading. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica?
Yes.
Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve the first reading.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the first reading. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica?
Yes.
Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 10 is resolution concerning our 2025 general obligation bonds.
Yeah, so back on March 17th, we held public hearings and then approved additional proceedings to prepare for the 2025 general obligation debt issuance. So this now kind of takes us to the next step of that process. So this resolution approves the preliminary official statement of the proposed sale terms, the city's financial position, and then authorizes using electronic bidding for the sale of the bonds. So we're planning to issue up to $4.8 million. On May 21st, we had our ratings call with Moody's. June 5th, that the ratings review update is to be released. On June 9th, we plan to release the preliminary official statement of the proposed terms of the debt issuance. And then on June 16th, we are scheduled to have the sale date of the bonds and then close on those on July 23rd.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion from Rodney, second from Jessica. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 13 sets a public hearing regarding sale of city-owned real estate.
Yeah, this resolution will set the public hearing for the sale of 920 North Minnesota Street. This process all started back in October of '23 when we first contacted the property owner. It's a dilapidated home, there's holes in the roofs, there's animals living in the home, it's full of mold and mildew, and we began getting complaints from neighbors about the stink coming from the house in the summer. So DeVere made the first contact in October of '23. A year and a half later, we finally became the owners of the property through many letters and conversations back and forth. So we gave them through Memorial Day to get any of their possessions out of the house that they were interested in getting. So now we are ready to take sealed bids on the house for the purchase of the property, and it stipulates that the property has to be, the demolition has to take place and the property restored to its original state as part of the sale.
And the length of time for that to happen is within a year?
Less than a year, it's
Less than a
this
year.
summer.
Okay.
So it will set the public hearing today for July 7th. It'll run in the newspaper. Of course, we're going to put this ad accepting sealed bids in the paper for not next week, but the following week. And then we'll hold the public hearing and sell the property.
Good.
So whenever we acquire homes like this, or ideally, we don't like to see housing units go away. So if we can, potentially re-inhabit, that's always our first option looking at it. But, after this house was reviewed, it is not, beyond salvageable, so.
Move to approve the resolution and the public hearing.
Second.
Harley made the motion, Brad made the second. Any other discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 12 pertains to amendments to the city code regarding zoning regulations.
This item is to refer amendments to the city's zoning regulations, City Code Chapter 1704, in response to legislative changes that we briefly reviewed at our last city council meeting. So specifically related to accessory dwelling units and then Board of Adjustment authorities. Since this is a zoning code amendment, it needs to be referred to planning and zoning for thorough review, comment and recommendation. And the plan is to have a public hearing and then entertain that first reading of the ordinance amendment to bring us up to date with state law on June 16th. Go ahead.
July 7th is when.
Oh, July.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because publication is 7/20 on that. Paul put it out this afternoon, I didn't get a chance to track it, so we can't get it published soon enough. It'll have to be in the paper next week.
July 7th.
So July 7th is when the public hearing will take place.
We can still have the first reading of the ordinance, can't we? We just can't pass it until the public hearing, correct?
Well, I just thought we would do a public
Okay,
hearing on it.
I just
I
asked.
would do it on July 7th.
Okay.
And this is the type of ordinance which I
Okay.
think we could waive the second, and third right at the same time. Or not, or we can do it the
Well, I just
second meeting in
asked,
July.
you're
Yep.
you're the attorney.
Yes.
It's another one that's abiding by state law.
Yeah, so just to get our code updated.
But as of July 4th or July 1st, that publication requirement goes to 4 and 20 days for everything,
Yeah.
instead of 4 and 20, 7 and 20, 10 and 20. So now it's
Or who
4 and
knows?
20, just a couple of weeks ahead of time.
Good.
Just need a motion referring the zoning amendments consideration to the Planning and Zoning Commission for review.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Brad, second from Kathy, to refer this to Planning and Zoning Commission. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica? Yes. Kathy?
Yes.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 13 approves a pay application for the library exterior improvements.
This is pay application number 1 in the amount of $9,471.93. This,
$594,000. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at balance finished.
Yeah,
I'm having a Monday day, sorry.
I had to look at that twice also, but yeah, it's just 9,000.
yeah, so this is, they submitted this a while back and we kind of held on it because they were delayed a little bit getting started. They were going to be started this week, they had some material delays, so we'll go ahead and get this approved and then hold the check until we make sure that we're on site here later this week. But we're set down our first construction meeting here on Wednesday, and then get that project going, and that has a project deadline of October 1st, which we should still be able to have this final.
Motion to approve pay app number 1.
Second.
Motion from Rodney, second from Brad. Any other discussion? I see the retainage is 5%. Does that change to 3%?
July 1st.
July 1st, okay. So since this is all, we still get 5%?
Yeah, it'll get adjusted then at the
Oh,
next one.
we have to adjust it,
Yeah.
even though the project started
Yeah,
before.
it'll get recalculated with the project moving forward after July, when on the payouts.
Oh, okay, I didn't know how that worked for sure, okay. Any other discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica? Yes. Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 14 is an application for a fireworks sales permit.
This is for, to sell fireworks from Iowa Fireworks Company. So it is for the parking lot at the Chrome truck stop, just north of Highway 18 there, Four Corners. They are seeking to sell fireworks from June 10th through July 10th. This is the same time frame and setup that they had last year.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Kathy. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica? Yes. Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion
I
carried.
wonder if the new law will increase their sales or
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Interesting.
It'd be interesting to see.
Agenda item number 15 approves an application for property tax exemption for new house construction.
This is for residential new construction of the city's tax abatement urban revitalization program for new housing built at 520 Eastland Circle. The owner has elected for the 5-year 100% exemption schedule.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Jessica. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Jessica? Yes. Kathy? Yes. Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 16 is the first notification of Jeremy Prothman's term on the tree board expiring the 30th of June. The tree board consists of 5 members appointed by the city council, and they serve 3-year terms, serve a term of 3 years. And again, that's just the first notification of that term expiring. And agenda item number 17, our final agenda item, this is also a first notification of a vacancy on the Planning and Zoning Commission due to the death of Dr. Leroy Stroman. And this appointment will need to fill the remainder of that term, which expires January 1st of 2029. And we did a little bit of research, found that Leroy had 2 terms, well, no more than two terms. He served 5 years the first time on the Planning and Zoning Commission, was off for a few years, and then decided to serve the community again. Started in 1993, then was reappointed in 2005. So he served a total of 25 years on the Planning and Zoning Commission. So He was a real asset to that commission, and I know he will be missed, so.
And he was very loyal in coming to every meeting.
Yes, we do.
Good.
He always attended, so it was, yes, he was a very good P and Z member, so.
So again, that's the first notification there too. And those are five-year terms.
So anybody that's interested in serving P&Z, we'd like to hear from you.
Let us know. That's right. Okay, it is 5:22, and I entertain a motion to adjourn today's city council meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to reach that table. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.